Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I apologize for being late. My computer decided it had to update Windows right before the thing. I'm just like, no, you're killing me. So, but we're here now, and we've got quite an interesting lesson for tonight. Um, let's see here. I'm reopening all my things. So let's go back to what we were doing with ChatGPT yesterday or last time. How many of you were here in this class or in the workshop last week? So what we did last week, for those of you who were not here, was we were talking about artificial intelligence, which is another way of saying that it is something that seems smart, seems like it has thoughts and feelings, but really isn't. It's all on the, it's like an artificial flower. It looks nice, you can spray it with perfume and make it smell nice, but it's not a real flower. And so that is what artificial intelligence is. And we were talking about how to use this to practice your English and learn things that maybe you wouldn't learn in a classroom, or to give yourself some home practice and something that you can study at home. And to do that, we were using a platform called ChatGPT. And I'll put that in the chat. Everyone in the meeting. Which you can get on your phone, or you can go to the website. For the most part, this time I'm going to be using the website version for this class, but last time we did most of everything on the phone. And we used it to practice conversation and speaking, and almost everything was about typing text into ChatGPT and or speaking it aloud and having it read something back. For this class, I wanted to go over using AI to practice English using the other senses, because not everybody learns best by reading, and not everybody learns best by having something spoken to you. And we kind of did a preview of this with the pictures. So we're going to be talking about how to use AI visually so that you can see things to help you. And then also we're going to go into using it for audio learners who learn best with sound, when they can hear something, but it's going to be a little bit more interesting than just hearing something read to you. And you'll see that in the second half of this. Oh, I'm hearing, hold on, let's see. Are people requesting to join? I don't see anything. Okay. There we go. Some more people. So welcome, newcomers. We're just kind of going over what we introduced last week, which was ChatGPT and using it to practice English conversation and learning topics that maybe you didn't learn someplace else. So now, let's see here. Okay, so, oh, did someone say something? I thought I heard, no? Okay. Okay, so now, who can remember last week what we talked about with the image generations? Do you remember like how we did that? Like how did we tell ChatGPT to show us a picture? You can either speak or you can type in the chat room. So to get it to show a picture, and usually it's better for things that are like a drawing. It doesn't really do photos very well. You just tell it to show me a picture of whatever you want to see. So let's do show me a picture of, let's say, a robin. And a robin is a kind of bird. Got to give it a second. It's when you ask it to show you something, it has to think for a little bit. And there we go. So who can think of an idea of how this could be useful when you're trying to learn something in English? Oh, so Suzanne, ChatGPT uses DALL-E. It's the same, but there are other image generators out there. There's Midjourney, there's Stable Diffusion, which you can run on your own computer if it's powerful enough. But there's Leonardo, but DALL-E is what ChatGPT uses because it's made by the same company.
I think that a picture is important for me when I try to understand new vocabulary, especially when the description from the dictionary is not enough to understand the concept.
That's a very good example of that. If you have, I mean, sometimes you get a lot of words and you understand kind of the meaning of what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't put a picture in your head. In English, we have a saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And that's the idea. With one picture, you can get enough meaning for 1,000 words. Oh, my laptop just came unplugged. Just a moment. There we go. So yeah, so this can show you new vocabulary. Or for example, let's say you're reading a news article and it's talking about a city that you've heard of, but you can't really imagine. So let's say the city or we're reading an article about Hong Kong. So I can say, show me a picture of a Hong Kong street. It's thinking. And so this will give you more of an idea of what they're talking about when you hear something mentioned in the news, mentioned in a book, where they don't give you enough words to describe it. Of course, this is a drawing, but I've been to Hong Kong and there's a lot of people, so maybe in the day this is accurate, but the buildings, the style, it's quite similar to what I experienced. It's not going to be exact, and if you can read Chinese, I'm sure that these are not real words, or maybe they are, but the English is often jumbled. But it will give you the general feel of what you can expect to be standing there. Can anyone think of some other ideas for how this could help you to study or learn English? Oh, and which links did you want in the chat, Suzanne?
Oh, the ones for pictures?
Oh, it's just part of ChatGPT. So
Yeah, the ones on too.
So if you want ChatGPT to make a picture for you, you just have to say, show me, and then what you want the picture, or draw me a picture of. So the prompt would be show me or draw. And so since we have some people that weren't here last time, can anyone share what a prompt is so that people aren't feeling confused every time I say the prompt?
So you are asking for a prompt?
I'm asking someone who was here last time to explain what do I mean when I say prompt.
A prompt to me is like an order. In the way that you provide the order in a more detailed way, ChatGPT will provide to you the result that you are looking for.
Correct, exactly. So the prompt is just the instructions that I'm telling the AI, whatever instructions I'm giving it. So it's what I'm typing into the chatbot. That is the prompt. So, so another way that you can use these is you can, so I know that some countries do this more than others, but how many of you are familiar with studying with flashcards? Okay. So a flashcard, and if this is something that's in your country, you'll probably think this is so simple, but I've been to countries where I've mentioned this and they're like, huh? So I'm kind of going over the basics, is where you have on one side of a piece of paper, you'll have a picture or a word, and then on the other side, you turn it over and it's the meaning of it. And so it's a way you can study it. You look at the word or the picture, and then you turn it over and try to, you think in your head, what is the meaning of this? What is the definition? And then you turn it over to find whether or not you guessed right. Well, what you can do is make flashcards with these pictures. And if you want to actually make paper flashcards, you can print them out and then you can paste it on there, but that takes a lot of work. So instead, what we're going to do is make online flashcards. So to do that, there's a lot of ways to do it. There's some online services like Quizlet, I think, that you can do it, but we're going to use Google Slides for this one. How many of you are familiar with Google Suite, like Google Docs, Google Slides? Oh, and Suzanne, with copyright issues, it's different for every country, but in the United States, anything that is created 100% with AI is not protected by copyright law. But if you make something with AI and then you change it and you're using some, your own intelligence, then it is protected. The things that you changed are protected, but not like this image here is not protected by copyright law. But what we could do is if I made a design on top of it or cut bits of this out and then used it in another image that I created that required more of my input and my thinking and my ideas, then it becomes protected by copyright. But if I just save this and put it on a t-shirt, anybody could copy that t-shirt. And so, yeah. Oh, if you can ask, I think that if you were to ask it to show you a specific piece of art, it would try to copy it, but it wouldn't be exact. So let's try the Mona Lisa. So show me a picture of the Mona Lisa. Oh, okay. It says, I am unable to provide a direct image of the Mona Lisa. It's a famous paint. Okay, so apparently it won't actually let you I've never actually tried to do that before. So yeah, so you have to have some kind of imaginative component, I guess, with DALL-E. I know that there's other generators that will try to copy it, but it won't be exact. So move my, that way you can see. Okay. So so yeah, so let's go close. We're going to go to slides.google.com and you guys can follow along if you have a Gmail account, and you'll want to log into your Gmail account. I'm already logged in, and you'll go to slides.google.com, and I'll type that in the chat. And it will take you to this screen here. And you'll want to click on blank presentation. And then this is, it's very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint if you're familiar with that already. This is like Google's version of that. And so let's go back to ChatGPT. So I'm just going to use this Robin as an example. So I'm going to save this, and to do that, you right click. So it's this side of your mouse, right click, and then go to save image as, and then it will just, oh, wait, that's not working. Maybe you just click the, okay, never mind. You don't need the right click. You can just click on the save button here. Or you could do copy image, and then you go over here, delete this, and then you paste it. So you can either go edit, paste, or the control button plus B. And now we've got our picture of a bird right here. And now you can, this already actually has a text box in it, but I'm going to pretend that wasn't there. So we can go insert and then text box. Just draw the text box. And now we're going to type the vocabulary word, in this case, Robin. And you can change the size of the font if you want, but for the sake of this, we'll just have that. And then you're going to, oh, I heard someone talking. Was there a question? Okay, so now we need to move this to the front. Where's the move to front? Bring to front, so order, bring to front. So now those words in the text box are hidden. And now what we can do is go to inserts, animation. Where's my animation button? Oh, gotta make sure it's selected. And then we're gonna go to appear, and then, oh no, we're gonna have disappear, on click, and then there's a lot of different ways you can make it pop in or fade in. So now you open up your slide presentation and you think, okay, what is the word for this thing? What is it? Is it a parrot? No, it's a robin. And then, so you can make a whole list of slides like this. You know, you could do 5 of them, 20 of them. You could even go crazy and do 100 of them with different things that you're trying to learn with different pictures, so that every slide you have a picture, you try to guess what the word is, you click, and then you see if you remember the correct English word or not. So let's see here. Oh yeah, slideshow. So you can, I'm probably blocking half of the screen now because it's in full screen. But when you do the slideshow, it shows on your entire desktop. Then you click, and then it goes to the next one. So yeah. So what I would like everyone to do is to try practicing something like this. Does everybody have a Google account so that they can get into Google Slides? And again, I'll put that link again. And I'd just like to have everyone practice making 1 or 2 slides. And you can either, if you have the ChatGPT login, actually, is Diego here? I didn't see him on the list.
Yeah, I'm here, Justin.
Can you make sure that people who need them have a ChatGPT login so that they can generate an image, or because I don't want to show the passwords on my screen when we're recording this.
For sure. I'll definitely pass those out.
I think that the ELL tech class 2 is being used by a lot of people, so maybe use the other ones. Oh, sure. So what you do is you see the let me move this over. Okay. When my mouse is over the image, you see the little down arrow and then the line beneath it. You just click that and then it will save. And then you can click in the top corner of the browser and then you'll see the files that you've downloaded. And you can either just click the file or click there and then you'll see the list of files that you've downloaded, the pictures. Or you can right click and then do copy image. And that might be easier. So right click, copy image, and then go over to there and then just do edit paste or control B or right click paste. Alrighty.
Justin,
Yes.
I have a question. This is Alice. So the idea is that we, through ChatGPT, we generate questions. And then we will use those questions with the answers. And then we will use, in this case, Google Slides to create the flashcards, right?
Correct. So what we want to do is, this would be if you have, this is mostly for vocabulary. So if you're learning words, so it would be like, we need to know the English word for this bird. And so you make a picture of the vocabulary word, and then you put it on the slide, and then you type the English word for it, and then you can click through and test when you see this, do you know the English word for that thing that is on their screen?
Okay.
And yeah, and so you can use ChatGPT to make these pictures. If you can't get something that you like, you can also just go to Google and then just do a search and look at the images, for example. Let's search for great white sharks. And then image, and then you can save it the same way. For example, I would click here, and then you have this over here, right click, copy image, and then you can come over here, and then new slide, paste, and you see, so it doesn't have to be a ChatGPT image, but this does, like sometimes you get a vocabulary word where you just can't find the exact picture, so you can kind of control it more with AI. But really what I want people to do is practice making the flashcards by putting a picture and then putting some text with it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then if you need another slide over in Google Slides, you just right click on the left side and then you come down to new slide and then you'll get another one. And that's how you can do new. I'll put that in the chat so you can see it. Slide for new. So, okay, and I'll outline all of the directions in the chat so that you can see it and so you're not only remembering what I said. So, you copy the picture, paste it. I'm typing out the instructions for everybody. So is everybody doing all right with that? Any confusion or questions? No? Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, this is just one of the ways that, as I said, I mean, for me, I'm personally not a visual learner, but I know that a lot of people's are. And so one of the powerful things about AI is that you're able to change what you're learning. Let's say your class teacher is a lot like me and isn't very visual. Now you can make visual things for yourself so that you can learn what they're teaching easier because you can get your vocabulary lists from your teacher, and then you can make something like this to study. Let's see what time we got. So let's go on to, okay. So if there's no questions with that, I want to introduce the next thing. Are there any questions about the flashcards? Going once, going twice?
I have a question, but regarding ChatGPT and
Yes.
the generation of the question. Can ChatGPT generate inferential questions?
So can it generate questions? So can you give me an example?
Let's see. Let's say the flag of my country have 3 colors. And an inferential question is the flag of your country, of X country multicolor?
Okay, so Are you asking about like to make a picture of this or asking about information about the flag?
Information.
Okay, so for example, let's say Jamaica. Can you tell me what the Jamaican flag looks like? What colors does it have? And so now I just ask that, and then it will tell you the design of the flag and what the design means and the symbolism behind it. So it says for Jamaica, it has 3 colors, black, green, and gold yellow. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna have this read it out loud to me. Hopefully. Oh, okay, it's not going to be loud enough. Okay, so it consists of a diagonal cross that divides the flag into 4 sections. Here's the breakdown: gold cross, black sections, and green class sections. Black represents strength and creativity of the Jamaican people. Green symbolizes the island's very green vegetation and plants and trees and natural environment. And gold represents natural wealth and beauty and the beauty of the sunshine. And that's where they get their flag. So the answer to your question is yes. You can ask about features of a flag, and then it will usually tell you why they chose to have those colors on the flag too.
And can you ask ChatGPT to make questions related to that content?
Yes, of course. So and it helps it if you give it more information about your situation. So it's always a good idea to say, for example, if you're studying for a test, it's like, I'm studying.
Okay.
For a test on international flags. Can you give me a quiz about the flags of European countries? Give me about the appearance. The test will mostly be about what they look like and if we can recognize them. Give me 10 questions. So, and now it's asking questions: which country's flag has blue and yellow horizontal stripes with a small white triangle on the left side containing a red floss? And so the more specific information you can give it, the better. Oh, I just noticed that I've cut you off there. The better questions it can ask. Sometimes what I will do is if my teacher gives me a PDF or a document, I will just drag and drop it here or click on the attached file and say, I have a test. I'm going to be tested on everything in this document. Can you give me a practice quiz with 25 questions to help me get ready for this test? And usually the questions are pretty good. If you know that the teacher's going to focus on one thing, tell it that the teacher will focus on that thing, and it will change the questions to help you the best it can. And so then what you can do is you can answer, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it will tell you if you got the answers right or wrong. So.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if you just wanted to do the answer, you could go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just put the country name after each one. I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to answer these and getting them wrong on camera. So, but no, it will answer the questions. You just need to give it a way to know which question you're answering, which is why it's good if you put the 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course. All right. So in the last workshop, we had some people saying that they really wanted a way to practice writing. And so I made a chat bot. Diego or Rennie, do you have the link that I sent you an email before by chance? If not, I'll log into my school email. I just trying to keep like things kind of confidential. Okay. Yeah, and they're going to post a link to this chat bot I created. And what it's going to do is it's going to introduce itself. The chat bot's named Heidi, so you can pretend like it's a person and talk to it. And she'll give you a choice between either copying and pasting something that you already wrote, or just having a conversation about anything that you want, or it will give you a prompt so the bot is giving you, the human, the prompt to say, write about this. And then you can write a paragraph based on what it said, and then it will correct your grammar and help you learn from your mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and or I'll copy and paste this so I can demonstrate how it works. Copy link. So when you first get there, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. And I do believe you can go there on your smartphones too, or you can use your computer. And you just type your name. I mean, it doesn't have to be the real name, but if you actually use this with a class, it's helpful to us because then we can see how much you're learning or what we need to focus on in class. But I'm just going to name myself Justin. And then we'll click join. All right, and so this is very similar to ChatGPT, the way that you talk to it, but this is like a custom GPT that is made for helping students like you practice your writing, and it's really focused on ESL. So it's kind of a specialized version of ChatGPT that anybody can use. You don't need a subscription. And just like ChatGPT, what we can do is click on speak and it will read it out loud to you. So I'll go ahead and do that here.
Hey there, I'm Heidi, your ESL writing buddy.
And so I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's not very loud on my side.
You can copy and paste something you've already written for people.
And so let's say that you want it to, you don't have something that you already wrote, but you don't want to just do a conversation chat. You can just pick number 3. And now it's giving you an idea of something that you can write about. Like write about a day when animals could talk. What would your pet say to you? And so you would just, write something like that. And the idea is just, it doesn't really matter what you write about because it's going to be focusing on your grammar. It's going to be focusing on what words you choose. So for example, if you just say good, it might say, okay, good is an okay word, but if you use this word, your writing would be even more powerful. And so it's really, let's see here. I'm going to do number 2. So write about a day when animals could talk, although I don't really have a pet. I will pretend like I have a pet. Oh. Okay, I don't know why for some reason, it just reset itself. Okay, I'm going to do the prompt where animals can talk. I think that if my cat could talk, I think it would say that I am stupid because it always looks at me like it has the world figured out and it can do everything the best. Okay, so now it's asking me to write a little bit more. So the advice my cat would give me is be more like a cat because cats are better than humans. So now what it's trying to do is show me how to write a more story that comes more alive by rather than just summarizing what I was saying to add dialogue. So this is introducing the concept of dialogue, which is things that happen between quotation marks where someone is actually speaking. So it's advising me that instead of summarizing, say, have the cat actually talk. If you want to truly relax, you must learn the art of napping anywhere, anytime. And so why is that stronger? It's because it paints a more complete picture rather than just summarizing. And so it will give you tips for making your writing stronger the more you write to it. Also, let's say I'm going to intentionally make a few mistakes to have it correct my grammar. So my cat says, you don't read good. You should read gooder like a cat. So I made some grammar mistakes. You see, and now it's correcting the grammar. So instead of good and gooder, it should be well and better. And now it's going to ask me to try to use those words in sentences a few times so that we know, so that it knows that I have remembered it and practiced it. And the app is free right now. Anybody who has this link can do it. I'm answering one of the questions that was in the chat. So yes, this one is completely free. So whether you're just having a silly story like this, or let's say you were, you were writing an email to someone and it was kind of an important email, you could copy and paste your email and then it will look over that too. But I told this chat bot that it should have, a friendly personality and it should joke around a little bit. That's why it's using the emojis and you can do a lot with these kind of things with AI. But this is one that I made specifically to help the students here learn, and I wanted it to be fun so that people are more interested in talking to it. Are there any questions about the chatbot? If there's no questions, I would like for people to kind of practice using it for a little bit and see if it's helpful. I'm not sure. Are most of you using a computer or a phone? It should work for both, but um, if the phone app lets you click on links like this, it should open your browser. And it's the same with the computer. I'm clicking it and then it opens a new browser window. And then you can save this link and then you can use it when we're not having the workshop. Yeah, and when I have more feedback from students, I just made this over the weekend, so it's kind of the version 1. But I can when I see common problems like the one that you just mentioned about it repeating questions, I can go back in and get it to not do that. It hasn't. You're the first group of students that I've offered this to, so still working it out, but I will be revising as I get more feedback. And then also for those of you that like to speak, you can click on the microphone like with ChatGPT and say something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but the speaking always works. Like the speak out loud when you want it to read to you. Glad it's working out for people. So yeah, this is another example of AI, not ChatGPT, that can really help you. Let's see, where's my... So I'll give you a few more minutes with that, and then we'll move on to the next stage of using AI for practicing your English. Yeah, that's a good example with emails. I think I mentioned this before, but I had a coworker last year whose first language was not English. He's a teacher, he teaches math, and his speaking is really good, but he doesn't have as much confidence with his written English. And because he has to talk to parents a lot, what he'll do is he'll put an email that he wants to send to parents into ChatGPT and say, all right, this is the situation. Am I using the correct tone and vocabulary for this situation? Because I don't want to choose the wrong word and make the parents think that I am, being more aggressive than or accusing than I mean to be. I just want to make sure this is the right, word choice for the situation. And he says that it helps a lot for fixing that kind of thing, and then also simple grammar mistakes. I mean, his first language is Korean, so the whole structure of the language is different because the verbs come at the end, and so sometimes there's things like that. And so it just double checks things like that. And I could write a bot with this school AI, which is what you're using now, that can proofread emails. I mean, if correct. Suzanne's correct. You can the more you tell it about what you want, the more specific, the better it gets. So but yeah, like if there's any interest from the other teachers and the students, I'd be happy to make a bot for proofreading emails and giving suggestions. Like I said, I made this one this weekend. I can do another one for people, and happy to do it. All right. So my mouth is getting dry. Okay. So the next topic that we're going to go over, assuming there's no questions about this one, just want to make sure that there's nothing I missed. Scrolling up in the chat, I don't think so. All right, so assuming there's no more questions about these chat bots, we're going to go back to ChatGPT. And what we are going to do is explore. Okay, so the first half of this was about how to do visual lessons for visual learners. Now I'm going to move on to the audio learners. And audio means sound. And so audio, I'm not sure, I'll type that in there. So people who learn best by sound. And the easy way is what we've covered already. Just have it read whatever you whatever it says back to you, or even reading your own writing back to you. That's pretty simple, but we can take that to the next level with AI. And sometimes people learn well when things have a rhythm or have a beat, like a song. And so we can use AI to create music and songs and musical devices to help you remember whatever it is you're studying. And I've actually been using this in my day job over at the high school in a biology class. I've been making songs for teaching scientific concepts like the scientific method, and all these different things that they're learning in the class. And some students, they don't learn that way, but other students have really enjoyed practicing by their test by listening to songs. And yes, there's definitely going to be a demonstration. I mean, I guess I can send let's see, I can pull up the biology ones, but hold on. But we're going to be making our own songs in the second part of this class after the break. Let's do Hey. So yeah, you can see my little AI images that I did here. Here, I'll do the pop version. I don't think you guys can hear it, but this is all teaching about different variables. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. That's the YouTube video for my biology class. And you can do lots of different, you can customize it to the interests of the students. So if they like heavy metal, you can make a heavy metal song. If they like pop music, you can do something that's like Taylor Swift. If they like something that's more easy listening, laid back, you can do something very slow and relaxing. If they like reggae, you can tell it to do reggae songs. So you can really, like when you're studying, you know what kind of music you like, and you can say, make a song in this style, but then you got to give it the lyrics if it's going to do a good job. So the first part of this, we're going to be using ChatGPT to make the lyrics. So let's go back here. So because all of you are taking different classes and are interested in different things, I think that what we're going to focus on for types of lyrics are for pronunciation, because that's something that pretty much everybody who's learning a second language needs help with, like learning how to make the sounds rather than learning vocabulary. So what I want to do is create song lyrics that make you practice different sounds in English. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to make the words for us. So I had a whole list of prompts prepared. Bear with me. What? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to log into my other email account. And hopefully this is hidden by my face, so you're not seeing it. Sorry, this is getting lots of pop-ups over here. All right, now we've got it. Okay, so I'm copying these 3 prompts that you can copy yourselves into ChatGPT. Where did my Zoom go? So, oh, it's not supposed to be numbered like that, but I think the ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, the Zoom chat added those numbers. It wasn't supposed to be like that. But anyways, so you can say for long vowels like E, write a fun short song using simple words that emphasize the long E sound. Includes word like see, free, tree, bee, and the song should be upbeat and easy to sing. So let's see what it comes up with that. copy that, put it over here. All right, so short song. I see a bird up in a tree. It sings a song so happily. The breeze is warm. I feel so free. So it's forcing you to just go e the whole time. And we're just going to use that as an example. And then we're going to head over to another website, and I'm going to type the URL here, the address. Suno dot, is it com or AI? Hold on. Okay, Suno.com. And this is one of the music generators. There's a few of them out there. iVideo is the other one. They both kind of work the same. I think there's 2 or 3 more, but these are the ones I'm most familiar with. I'm going to use Suno. So we'll click Make a Song. And then once we're at the Suno website, we're going to click on Create, and it's going to ask you to log in. So I already have an account, so it remembers me, but I'm just going to put, oh, let's go back to ChatGPT. Okay, so we can copy this. So right click, copy, or Control C, and then we're paste it over here. And paste. And then let's say custom. And then we have to enter the style of music. So let's say, I mean, you can really do any possible style. I'm just going to say disco. And what's a good thing to mix with disco? Maybe disco and rock. And then I'll call it the E song. And then create. It'll take a couple minutes. Kind of like when it does the images, it needs to think about it a second. And then I'll put the link. Not singing yet. Hold on, I'm looking. Sure. There, I just put a link to the song I generated. It plays a little bit of music first, but then they start singing. There's the other one with the male singer. And so what you can do is make song lyrics for anything that you're studying. In this case, we're focusing on different sounds, where you can tell it your favorite kind of music, the kind of music that you would actually want to listen to at home on your free time, so that it's something that doesn't feel kind of stupid to listen to, because a lot of songs are kind of a lot of education songs normally are kind of cheesy, and it's like not the kind of thing that you want to listen to when you're exercising, but this changes it. You can make it something that you do want to listen to when you're working out, or you do want to listen to while you're doing laundry or stuff around the house. So it has a beat that you like, and then you're singing with it, and you're practicing your pronunciation every step of the way. So you can choose either private or you can keep it as public. There's a toggle on there. In order to use it, you do need to log in with your Google account. And with the free account, I think you're limited to 10 songs a day. But then you could get 20 between Udio and Suno. They both do the same kind of things. But yes, you can keep it for private use. Like I like to make music myself, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start with something here, but then I'll pull it apart and take different things and some music that I play with myself and mix it all together. That's what I use it for, but you know, that's not really what we're talking about here. We're mostly talking about generate something easy to help you study. But just like with the AI music image or AI images, none of this, like in the United States, can have copyright unless you change it and you edit it and do something with your human brain to change it from what it spit out. So if you're thinking to, like, you know, make a platinum record and then sell it, it won't work because anybody can copy it and there's nothing you can do about it. But if you were to make these songs and then, you know, you were to produce it in an audio software and mix them, then it becomes your own. So what I would like is, actually right now it's time for break. So let's take a 15-minute break. And then when we come back, I want everyone to make their own songs. And I want everybody to start at the beginning with ChatGPT and making the words to the songs for something that you want to focus on. And then we're going to go over to the music site, and then you're going to choose your favorite kind of music, and then you're going to try to make a song that you would actually listen to on your headphones and practice whatever it is that you wanted to learn. And you can save these songs, but I'll show you how to do that after the break. So 15-minute break starting now. There were a fair amount. Let me see here. I'm still getting used to, oh, I should probably mute myself so they don't hear me talking to you.
Weirdo.
I am a weirdo and I still haven't found.
Let's go on a walk by the big old rock. Look at the clock, it's time to stop and talk. Pack up your bag, don't forget the snack. We'll come right back along the same track. Rock, 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 let's count to 3. Lock, lock, lock the door with me. Pack, 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 it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. Let's go on a walk by the big old rock. Look at the clock, it's time to stop and talk. Pack up your bag, don't forget the snack. We'll come right back along the same track. Rock, 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 let's count to 3. Lock, lock, lock the door with me. Pack, 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 it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late.
Let's go on a walk by the big old rock. Look at the clock, it's time to stop and talk. Pack up your bag, don't forget the snack. We'll come right back along the same track. Rock, 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 let's count to 3. Lock, lock, lock the door with me. Pack, 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 it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds, all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. rock, let the clock rock. Look at the clock, it's time to stop and talk. Pack up your bag, don't forget the snack. We'll come right back along the same track. Rock, 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 let's count to 3. Lock, lock, lock the door with me. Pack, 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 it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? Rock, 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 let's count to 3. Lock, lock, lock the door with me. Pack, 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 it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds, all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds, all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home.
Tree, it sings a song so happily. The breeze is warm, I feel so free. Come along and dance with me. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. The sun is bright, the sky is blue. Let's run and play the whole day through. A world of dreams for you and me. Let's soar up high and just be free. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. The sun is bright, the sky is blue. Let's run and play the whole day through. A world of dreams for you and me. Let's soar up high and just be free. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free, let's climb that tree. So high, just you and me. We'll be as light as the sea. Together we'll laugh with glee. We're free.
We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds, all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds, all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. Let's go on a walk by the big old rock. Look at the clock, it's time to stop and talk. Pack up your bag, don't forget the snack. We'll come right back along the same track. Rock, 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 let's count to 3.
Lock the door with me. Pack, it's time to go. We'll come back soon, don't you know? We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late. We'll climb the hill with a heavy pack. See the flock of birds all white and black. When we get to the top, we'll take a break and then go home before it's too late.
I think it defaults to private. So right there, where it next to, so the EE song, public, now private. And then if you wanted to download it, you would click on these three little dots and then you go to download, and then you have MP3, WAV, or it will make a video with lyrics.
So Philip, where do you put the lyrics? Because I found
Oh,
music.
okay. So you go to create, and then there's the little thing up here where it says custom,
Oh,
and then you can do that. If you don't do that, then you just describe the kind of song you want, and then
Yeah.
it has its own AI to generate lyrics, but it's not as good as ChatGPT. So like, for example, I could say a happy song about a crow that dreams of being a parrot. And then I can give it a style. So let's say upbeat or inspiring EDM. Oh, someone just entering. Oops. And pop country mix. My typing is really bad right now. And then let's see what it comes up with. And so it will generate its own lyrics for me. And usually they're not that great, but so they named this song Crow's Dream. Let's see what it looks like. It definitely nailed that combo down for the style. I'll put the and then you can see here that these are the lyrics that it made for me. This is actually not that bad. Like usually lyrics are worse than this, but I guess they've gotten smarter. All right, so now that we're back, so yeah, there was a question that I kind of skipped over at the beginning. When you do your own lyrics, you need to turn off you need to click on this thing in the corner that says custom, and then that's where you can put your own thing. And then you can also, like, if you're really getting into this and it's more than just a study, you can put tags in like instrumental interlude or bass drop, or like you can tell it when you want it to do different things, or guitar solo, or you can give it more specific commands over here. But for now, we're just doing the very basics. You can tell the style of music, and it's really good at doing mixes of different styles of music. And sometimes I have fun trying to do like seemingly really completely unrelated styles of music like death metal and disco, and seeing what it comes up with, and I find that fun, but that's beyond the scope of this lesson. This is really just about generating catchy things that you can sing along with and learn your pronunciation. So but before we go back to the lyrics, I want to show you the ELLs website. So you'll want to go ahead and sign in or sign up if you don't have an account. I don't even remember. Oops. Continue with an email. I'm gonna move this over here so that my but it works almost the same. I think that I might have already made an account, so I personally use Suno more. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm signed in now. And just like Suno, move this over. You're gonna click on create, same thing. And then lyrics, you'll put the words to the song right here, or if you just want it to generate it there. If you want to do manual mode, you'll choose what styles of music you want. It looks like here they have a menu now, like blues, folk. Oh, I see. And then you type it up here, up at the top. Sorry, I don't use Udio as much as Suno, but I'll do the same prompt. Disco rock. And then go back to, we'll do the same EE song for comparison. So we're putting the lyrics down here. What are advanced features? All right, we don't need that. We'll just use the default and then create. Create. There we go. Oh, I accidentally did it 2 times. And it shows up over here. And let's see what it actually did. Oh, it says it's not ready yet. Still thinking. It takes a few seconds, sometimes up to a minute to finish. There it is. All right, so once like the icon changes, it'll be ready. Where's the link? And this is the Udio link. Hold on, I'm trying to. Apologies to everybody who hates disco. I just use that as my base prompt for everything. So yeah, those are the 2 different sides. As I said, I think that there's a few more of them now, but these were the original 2. And some people like Udio better, some people like Suno. I've just been using Suno the longest. So yeah, what I want to do now is go back and let's focus on pronunciation. And we're going to go into ChatGPT and we're going to ask it to make song lyrics for specific sounds. So I put some prompts earlier in the chat. I'll go ahead and copy them again just so that you don't have to go scrolling up. So these prompts are for the E sound. And then also the TH sound. Some languages have a harder time with that one. And then there's also the ow sound, like how, now, allow. So I'm going to put that one in there, copy the prompt. And now it's making song lyrics for a TH sound. Another thing that you can do, if you know that a certain sound is difficult for you to say, and this is something that is always a struggle, you can ask it for help explaining how to make this sound. So let's follow this up with just like, thank you for the lyrics, but can you explain how to make this sound? How do I move my mouth to make the TH sound? So you can do this before you even make your song and listen to it. And then it will tell you where you put your tongue. Like, how do you keep your face in order to make the sound correctly? So that way, when you're singing along with it, you can kind of prepare yourself with the specifics of how your face feels, where you put your tongue. And something that I recommend when you're working on pronunciation is if you don't know this word, it's a useful word, enunciation. And that's basically how much you move your mouth when you talk. And when you're learning a second language, it's often a good idea to move your mouth way more than you need to, because it trains your muscles to work for the language that you're learning. And so when you're working with these suggestions for example, how to make the TH sound, do everything bigger than you really need to. So that way, when you're not thinking about it, you might be doing a little bit more than you normally do. And then your pronunciation will be better. So it says for the sound, it says tongue position. So put the tip of your tongue between your upper and lower teeth. Your tongue should be lightly resting on your teeth, sticking out just a little like this. And then blow air. And then you keep your vocal cords silent, so you shouldn't be feeling anything here. I might have added like to have kind of like you're almost smiling, like, and then you get it. The voice TH sound is same as the other one. And then like this, that, and then you can feel a little bit of movement here. So it's really nice for being able to explain how to do some of these sounds. Oh yeah, sure. I'll copy and paste the prompt for that. And then of course you would want to change TH to whatever sound that you're trying to learn. I'll try just making another prompt. So I'm gonna change this one. So so for a lot of languages, I know that they don't put a strong weight on the end of the word. So a lot of languages, they have the strong first 3 letters or something, but then the last 3 is just oof. And so it hurts the pronunciation with the end of the word. Like for example, my wife who comes from Vietnam, it will like sometimes, like for example, like CK at the end of a thing, rock, it'll become rock. So it doesn't get that strong sound. So I'm gonna try making a prompt to work on that. So create song lyrics that focus on pronouns, cards. All right, so we did with these post-ending sounds. And now I'm going to ask it for, can you explain how to make this sound? I often don't make it well when I speak, and the ends of my words are unclear. So it says, start by opening your mouth slightly. Tongue should be in the middle of your mouth, close to the roof, but not touching it. Huh, okay, so that's a really detailed explanation. And it says if it's unclear, you might not be cutting off the air sharply enough, so you might be holding it too long. Or you might be trailing rather than not finding the exact balance. Anyways, so that was another example for a different sound that I didn't include. I'll put that prompt there. Yeah, those last two messages are prompts. So you can copy that other one. Thank you for the lyrics. How do I move my mouth to make the, and then you just like change TH to whatever sound you want. So now what I want everyone to do is to make their own song. You can either use one of my prompts, or you can pick a sound that you know is difficult for you and just kind of describe it. You can use one of my prompts as like as an example, then just replace and then give examples of words that you know are difficult for you, and see what you come up with. And then you're all going to go over to Suno and Udio and make some music. Are there any questions so far, aside from the prompts? Everyone at my day job teases me about having this huge water bottle. I need a lot of H2O. And then, yeah, once you have your song, you can save it as an MP3, which, just about any smartphone can play. Ooh. So what style of music do I want to do? Let's do. And then when you get to the style of music, you can say different instruments. For example, if you really like violin, you can add violin or harp or electric guitar. There's the one I just did now with the CK. And to give you an idea of how detailed you can be with the genre of music, I mean, you can do just a simple disco, but for me, this is what I did with all these different genres mixed together. But it's totally not necessary. And I'm gonna have it do a video. Guess it needs some more time to do a video. All right, now it will let me do video. So this is an example here. If you tell it to do a video, it will go ahead and make it puts the lyrics down on the screen so that when you're watching it. Sorry, it's showing the scroll bar, but there we go. So you can follow along while it's singing it. It's to remember the words the first time. So how's everybody doing? I can't see your screens. I'm used to being able to walk around the classroom and peer over shoulders. So it doesn't, it makes lyric videos, but not music videos. There are other websites that can generate videos for you, but not this one. I mean, it just does the lyrics videos so you can follow along, but it's not like a full motion thing. I'm actually, let's see. I want to see if this other one will work with music. Usually it's for narration. Well, you guys are playing with that. I'm going to see if I can actually get it to do that with this other website. Create new. I'll save that for next time. I think it's going to take a little bit more research. I'm pretty sure there's some way that you can get it to generate a video. I'm just not sure how. Oh. I think I'll introduce InVideo next time, but you can get it to do, you can generate videos on various topics. Actually, I might show it at the end of this one if we still have a little bit of time. So is this working for you all? I can't see what you guys are doing. Are you guys good? So I think I'm actually going to show you a different tool that I wasn't planning on, but I think it's still useful. That is related to videos. And I'm not sure about setting it to music, but this is kind of tying into using AI to learn with different learning styles. So let's say you want to learn, I'm just going to use US history because I know that's something that many people who are hoping to immigrate are going to have to read up on and learn. And sometimes, you know, reading books is boring. So what I'm typing here is a prompt to ChatGPT. I'm gonna say, let's look at a 7-minute video. And I'm saying, please teach me about the Constitution of the United States. Generate a 7-minute video script documenting the history, purpose, and people involved in its creation and signing. So that's what I just told ChatGPT to do. I told it to do kind of a long thing, so that's why it's taking a while. Okay, so what I can do is copy this whole thing from opening to the end. And then I can go over to a website called invideo.io. So that's the website I'm going to. I just put it in the chat for everyone. And then let's see here, explore all. So you would click on the thing down here that says explore all, and then script to video, and then you just paste what ChatGPT wrote. And then you can choose whether you want a male or female voice. I'll do male, and then you can choose which accent, which is kind of useful if you want to narrow it down to where you are from. So I'm just going to do, let's see, is there a Midwestern voice? I think there is. Midwestern accent, okay? And then continue. You can add subtitles. So let's see, add clean subtitles, continue. And now generate video. And this is going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to come back over here. So while we're waiting for that to turn that into a video, what you can also do just for fun, if you're practicing something other than pronunciation, is can you turn this script into song lyrics with good flow and rhyme? And this is probably it's not gonna catch everything because that was a 7-minute video. But now it's making a video, a song lyric about the Constitution of the US. And now you can use that to go over to Suno. And then whatever kind of style you want. Let's rather than Celtic punk, let's do like patriotic anthem and country. I like dance music, so I almost always mix stuff with EDM. And then create. And now we're going to have a couple of songs that teach about the signing of the Constitution in America. Let's see if InVideo is done yet. This sometimes can take, oh, shoot. Okay, so history, let's say students. So look and feel, continue. Okay, now it's back to waiting. And if you're just using this for personal study, you don't really need to worry about the watermarks. With this service in video, if you want to remove the watermarks, you do have to pay, but that's mostly for people that want to use this for, you know, their YouTube channel or something like that. There's actually a lot of people don't realize that, but there's a lot of educational YouTube channels that are made with AI like this. And they pay the fee, they get the watermarks removed, and then they upload them. This website takes a bit longer than the other ones, but it should be done in a few minutes. At 29%. Oh, okay. All right, so now we're gonna see in video. So I had it generate that script in ChatGPT. Let's change the quality to make it better. Let's see if I can.
The Constitution of the United States, a document that has shaped the nation for over.
And so it will put be real. Like this isn't AI video, but it is getting video clips from stock video websites, and it assembles them for you. And so if you learn well through videos, you could put in your study materials into ChatGPT, tell it to write a script, put it into InVideo, and then InVideo will make a documentary like this for you so that you can study. I'll put the link again to InVideo.
A protest by farmers against economic injustices in 1786 highlighted the weaknesses of the articles. It became
Was it
clear that
InVideo
a strong
IO?
government was needed. In the summer of 1787, 55 delegates from 12 of the 13 states, Rhode Island declined to attend, gathered at the Pennsylvania State House in Philadelphia.
And then you can do full screen, but because I have my virtual webcam to block it, you see like my face is blocking it, but normally that would be your whole monitor. So yeah, that's another useful tool for visual learners. And for example, like kind of connecting to the first workshop, if you had a textbook, you could take pictures of the pages that you needed to study and then have ChatGPT summarize them into bullet points and then write the script based on whatever you took the photo of. Kind of connecting this back to last week, what we practiced. Everybody's so quiet. This is my this is only my second video class, so it's really weird for me not to hear people writing and shuffling around. But I think more to going back to what Suzanne was saying is that I think there's a way to upload your own music to InVideo, and then it might be able to use these stock video clips to pair with your music. I just don't remember how to do it. So I haven't used InVideo that much, but I'm pretty sure you can do it. I just don't remember how. I know you can upload things to your media library, but can ChatGPT read text in an, so are you talking about if you use your phone camera to take a picture of words and then have it read out loud? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So what you would do is you would say, can you write all of the words in this picture? Transcribe is what I used. I'll type that. So it's like, can you transcribe all of the texts you see here so I can study? And then it will write out whatever the words are it sees in the picture. And then you just tap and hold and then read aloud if you're using your phone, or if you are using your computer, you would click on the little speaker thing here. So for the speaker, you click here. For phone, you tap and hold with your finger.
The thing is that I have a book that in which the read aloud feature is disabled.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's because of copyright matters.
I
So
haven't.
for me, it's easier to actually read, and also listen to what I am reading in English. So,
Interesting. Like I've never had it say it wouldn't do it due to copyright. It might be getting smarter. That hasn't happened to me yet.
in fact, that book cannot be even, I cannot print the book.
Was this using ChatGPT or another program?
No, it's a book, it's a ebook.
Okay, so, but which program were you using to read it?
Adobe
Okay.
Acrobat.
So ChatGPT should be able to read it if you take a picture or a screenshot and then upload it. So, for example, I need to think of an ebook that I can, unfortunately, I don't have one handy. Let's see. Let's do something that is public domain, Dracula. I'm just looking for the file. One. There we go. Okay, so now we have an ebook. I think what you can do here is you can take a screenshot, or you can use your camera, and then you put that in ChatGPT. And then, can you transcribe this for me so I can study? Oh, interesting. So it's actually talking about the public domain.
In fact, what I did was to solve this problem was I am using a Speechify.
One thing that you can do, if you can copy and paste the text, here, let me do something different. So this is an ebook where you can copy and paste all of the text. So what you could do is something like this. Copy, and then I'll open a new ChatGPT chat so that it's not remembering that. Sometimes it gives you two responses and it wants you to pick which one you like better, just so that it can get smarter.
The thing is that book doesn't permit that you highlight the text and capture the text.
Yeah, so you just move your mouse and hold it, and then you can do Control C for copy or right click copy like that. You see, I right clicked, I'm using this button and then copy. And then when I go back to ChatGPT, I do right click and then paste or Control V. And then, okay, so now I have this, and now what I can do is just,
Here's what I have so far.
Mm.
and now it's reading it out loud.
That-
So like sometimes if you just copy and paste the paragraphs, but not like the name of the book, it will still read it back to you.
Okay.
I'll show you the prompts I used. Can you write this back to me so that I can study and edit? And then everything after those 3 dashes was what I copied and pasted. And then it will just put whatever you put back to you, and then you can click to read aloud. Another workaround is if it decides that it really doesn't like it, you can go to translate. And then paste. Oh, let's go back to the book. Copy. And so this is just Google Translate, and you can do that, but then it also has a read aloud here. So you can click on listen. Oh, wait, you can't see my mouse. Sorry about that. Let me move it over. There you go. So if for some reason ChatGPT won't read it back to you because of a copyright, you can put it in Google Translate and then click listen. But the voice isn't as good, but at least it's out loud. And that's what a lot of people did before ChatGPT became so big. So yeah, the Google Translate will do it for you too. And then also with the this one will, I mean, I might need to like change some things about it, but I can make bots that will read things back to you so that you can click speak and do that. I haven't made one only for that, but I can do it. So let's actually, this one's actually not programmed to do it, but I'll see what happens if I asked it to. Can you read this back to me so that I can study and okay, so school AI, it won't read it back unless I create a new one that's made to do that. So with the link I showed you before, you can't do it, but give me a week and I can make one that will. So yeah. There we are. So it's 8:24 now. We've got about 6 more minutes. So quiet group today, but I just want to see how people are feeling about the class. There's anything that you're interested in for future workshops that helps me to plan and give people ideas about AI. Next week, the workshop is going to be about using AI for looking for a job and getting ready for job interviews and preparing for that. So that's the theme we're going with next week. So less about studying English and more about AI for work. Yes, of course. But yeah, if there's any part of AI that we've covered that makes you want to know more, please reach out, let me know. If there's anything that makes you think, oh, yes?
Could you help me with the prompts in case I want, I have to sign a contract and I would like to know which part of the contract have impact on me specifically understanding in simple words what is the contract
Okay.
about?
I'll write one for you. So this would be a situation where you're taking a picture or copying and pasting. Okay, so
Mhm.
I'll give you two different versions. So or you can say, And so from there, you can either upload pictures, or if you have a document that you can copy and paste, you can do that too.
Okay, thank you so much again.
Mhm. Yeah, and what Rennie said about show you any red flags, that's actually a really good point. So you could add that to something like also point out any. So, and then you can also ask it to look for things that, maybe they are normal in your country, but we don't do them here, or the other way around. You can ask it to explain the differences. For example, like when I was in Korea, they like to ask for 6 months of rent at one time when you go to rent an apartment. Sometimes they even ask for a full year. And when I heard that, I was just like, seriously? You want me to pay a full year? And like, this has to be a scam. But then when I talked to many Korean people, they said, oh, no, that's very normal. You do that and then you pay a cheaper price, and the owners usually like to invest it. And then when you move out, they give you your money back. And so like, if anybody told me that without talking to native people, I would have thought that people were trying to steal my money. So you can ask ChatGPT to let you know if there's a difference in the way they do business or the way they do this contract from your home country and here. So.
Okay.
Do we have to instruct it to? So yeah, so if you're asking something that is specific to Illinois, the more specific, the better. Because if you say specifically in Illinois, it will understand that you're looking for a job in Illinois, and then Illinois is also part of the United States. So it will know to apply both federal laws and Illinois laws.
Okay.
So. Any other questions? Nope. Well, hopefully this was useful to everybody, and that you'll be able to use this information to practice your English and learn new things. These AI classes are all about making it easier for you to learn and help yourself outside of the classroom. So.
Thank you.
Yep, of course.
Thanks, Justin.
Have a good night, everyone, and I will see you next week.
Have a good night.
And see you Monday.
Thank
Yep, see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
You're all
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'll stay here for a few more minutes just in case there's any questions.
The Constitution of the United States, a document that has shaped a nation for over 2 centuries, defining the principles of freedom, democracy, and justice. But how did this monumental piece of history come to be? Today we'll explore the history, purpose, and the people behind its creation and signing. And before the Constitution, the United States was governed by a document known as the Articles of Confederation. Adopted in 1777 It outlined a loose confederation of sovereign states, but it had major flaws. The central government lacked the power to regulate trade, enforce laws, or collect taxes. The young nation found itself struggling to function, especially after the Revolutionary War. Shays' Rebellion, a protest by farmers against economic injustices in 1786, highlighted the weaknesses of the Articles. It became clear that a stronger federal government was needed. In the summer of 1787, 55 delegates from 12 of the 13 states Rhode Island declined to attend gathered at the Pennsylvania State House in Philadelphia. Their task was to revise the Articles of Confederation, but they quickly realized that an entirely new document was necessary. James Madison, often called the father of the Constitution, played a crucial role in drafting the new framework. George Washington, the hero of the American Revolution, was chosen to preside over the convention, while Benjamin Franklin, the oldest delegate at 81, brought wisdom and diplomacy to the process. For nearly 4 months, the delegates debated key issues. How much power should the federal government have? How should states be represented? And how could individual liberties be protected? 2 main proposals emerged: the Virginia Plan, which favored large states by proposing representation based on population, and the New Jersey Plan, which gave equal representation to each state. The Great Compromise combined these ideas, leading to a bicameral legislature, a House of Representatives based on population and a Senate with equal representation for each state. The Constitution's purpose was clear: to create a stronger federal government that balanced power between the states and national authority, while also protecting the rights of individuals. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. This single sentence encapsulates the purpose of the document: unity, justice, peace, defense, welfare, and liberty. Some of the most prominent founding fathers played critical roles in shaping the Constitution. James Madison drafted much of it, and his vision of a balanced government was key to its success. Alexander Hamilton advocated for a strong central government and later contributed to the Federalist Papers, a series of essays supporting the Constitution. Meanwhile, Roger Sherman of Connecticut was instrumental in the Great Compromise. Finally, on September 17, 1787, the Constitution was signed by 39 delegates. George Washington's signature stands out, lending authority to this new blueprint for governance. But the Constitution wasn't yet law. It had to be ratified by at least 9 of the 13 states. Fierce debates ensued between the Federalists, who supported the Constitution, and the Anti-Federalists, who feared it gave too much power to the federal government. To address these concerns, the first 10 amendments, known as the Bill of Rights, were added in 1791. These amendments protect fundamental freedoms such as speech, religion, and the right to a fair trial. Today, the Constitution remains the foundation of American democracy. Its flexibility has allowed it to endure for over 230 years, guiding a nation through monumental changes and challenges. The words written by the Founding Fathers continue to shape the principles of justice, freedom, and equality. As we reflect on this historic document, we remember that it represents not just a government, but the ideals and hopes of the people it serves. The Constitution of the United States, then, now, and always, a living document that stands as a testament to the enduring power of democracy.